guys, this is Divine Fine 9 Tarot. This is part 2 to Soulmate Twin Flame / Mind Over Matter and Cloud Atlas channeling movie depiction, whatever you want to call it, y'all. So as I was saying in my first part of the video, Mind Over Matter is very much true, but it also has to coincidentally go with also, sorry, commission burp. Your perception reality is shifting your reality. Like I said, the first half was about twin flames, soulmates, you know, letting the times affect it, you living your life going, but also that comes into play with mind over matter, okay? And what I mean by that is you have to allow yourself to be free and open to anything that's possible within our reality. So if you want to become famous and well off, you have to believe that, right? Which is your mind. The matter is your body accepting that. So that means, you know, famous people go to the gym, I guess. You know, 115, as I say, they eat certain foods or they talk a certain way. You have to get your body to be a part of that. Sorry, once when I said that, my cat, he's trying to get some more food, but it's not time to eat. So maybe that also includes that, you know, maybe it's not your time to shine yet. 139 means you're not time to eat yet, you know. As heard among the sharks, pariahs or piranhas. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of people, like I said, you really need to watch the movie Cloud Atlas to like get where I'm going at, because like I said, I only have 10 minutes to upload and make content, so it's gonna be hard to break it down in 10 minutes, but there was a scene in the movie that I referenced in the last video, in part 1 of this video, 2 about, you know, her saying that love can't live without death, can't outlive death, you know, and sorry y'all, a lot of people think that just because you're overly optimistic and you think 222 says that things are going to go your way, that you aren't. 223 says that they're not allowed to feel negative thoughts, but it's also how you use those negative thoughts, you know? For instance, like I said, part 1 was about kind of like soulmates and finding and understanding yourself and who you are. If you believe that, if you believe that you are like not gonna find love, then you're not gonna find love. If you believe that you're not gonna get out of that down and dumps, that you're not gonna get out of your down and dumps. But as you can see, there's many cups, there's many options. You have 2, 5, 6, so you have many options. You know, you have many cups that you are going to be given, whether you accept it or not, you know. Sorry, y'all. I'm really thinking about this movie, 313, I said, because it's really, look. In reverse, the sun card in reverse. But as you can see, in my opinion, this, I want to say unicorns. Maybe you think that you're a unicorn, 323, so I'm going to say that. Or maybe you give off unicorn vibes. This unicorn looks upset and mad. And this kid is joyous and happy. And you're probably saying, how do you tell that? His facial expression, the way his eyes are made, the way that his face is showing. Sorry, it's my cat. He wants attention. The way that his face is showing seems like he is mad, but everything else around him is joyous. So sometimes we have to get out of that 3-5 years, this upset, this mad mindset, and get into joyousness, you know? Right, Bubba's? Get into joyousness. Yeah, and you hear that honking, yeah, I get it. We have to 8:30 p.m. as I say this, 414 as I say, I feel like, especially like I said, the movie was really honestly giving me hope. And it's also giving me an idea and prediction of 44 as I say on how people really view society and how we see society and how we should use it to our advantage. And like I said, confirmation verb, shifting our perception and reality. And 4440 saying knowing, especially in the movie, like I said, I'm gonna give a little brief down. Sorry, this is like a little bit, because like I said, I don't want to like talk too much about the movie, but like I said, I was really channeling so much through this movie. 454 as I say this, but There was a part in the movie where towards the end, which is like I said if you in my first video, if you look at basically the end, 2 hours and 39 minutes, around there, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Sorry, my back just started itching. Um, the the lady, she was saying how, even though she knew what she was gonna do, 515 State was gonna get her expelled and hurt, or eventually, it was the right thing to do, and eventually 525, someone's going to believe. And then so coincidentally happens there in another part of the scene where it happened to do with, slavery and slaves. A guy basically told one of his colleagues that he's not going to partake in it. He's going to go live on the north or in the east and become part of the north, the abolitionists, 545 as I say this. And the guy told him that he will never be nothing, that he will not affect anything, you're just a raindrop in the ocean. And then he turned around and said something about like how the raindrop in the ocean creates the ocean, you know? So if you're feeling like, you don't have anybody, your twin flame, your soulmate's not gonna come, you feel like you're 606, you're feeling like you're the only one being rebellious, you're the only one doing what's right for society, right for the world, eventually that little raindrop, 616, will create a pond, will create a lake, will create a stream, will then create an ocean. But it takes time, 626, I say this and I need it for myself too, it takes time for, sorry y'all, excuse me, speaking today. Y'all hear that? 66, it takes time for big bodies of water to form, and they just don't form overnight. And I feel like even with me, we think that someone's gonna come to their senses overnight, 646. Someone's gonna accept me overnight. Someone's gonna see me overnight. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible, y'all. So please do not think that anything is not possible, 656. But you have to think about it. It may seem overnight to them, but to you, it seems like a lifetime because you're waiting for your chance. 707 said you're waiting to be recognized, you're ready to be noticed, right? So it seems like forever, but in their eyes, you're gonna be a sensation overnight. You're gonna be at the top overnight. You're gonna be gifted with that love. 717, as I said, you're gonna be gifted with that prosperity. You're gonna be gifted with that new house, that new car, that new furniture, that new pet, that new love, that new job, that new feeling, getting away with old feelings and old grudges and old animosity when you step into your new self or when you accept that. So of course, like I said, for us 337, when creators, especially like even tarot readers will say like, oh, things can happen overnight, yes, but not for you in the sense. Like it's some person is it's going to happen overnight. Like yes, like it's gonna seem like it happened overnight, but it took time to build up. It took time to get 757. It took time to get to that spot. So right now, like I had only like 100 followers on TikTok, right? Now I have like 200. Obviously, it didn't happen overnight. It took time, 808. The same thing with you see like these instant celebrities and fame, like. For example, like Ice Spice, it kind of happened overnight. Now she's a sensation, 818. We have, Money Long, like she was writing music. I mean, a better example, Victoria Monet. She basically she was already in the game 828, but she was known for her penmanship, not for her actually vocally singing. And then when she dropped her single, she became a sensation overnight. So even through her process, 828, it didn't happen overnight. She had to become something behind the scenes, so people didn't know her. And if you knew her, then you knew that she wrote. So she came up to the forefront, 848, and she put something out. She put herself out there. It's the same thing with, sorry, my cat is scratching, with twin flames and soulmates. Like, you have to be yourself, and eventually you being yourself in that opening will attract them, or you deny them, The same thing with instant fame and gratification. Like, you, 909 as I say this, you do the work behind scenes and then boom, you get it. But it doesn't just happen overnight. Like at the same time, like I want y'all to be delusional 919, but at the same time, also keep in mind that it takes work for it to happen overnight. Y'all get what I'm saying? 929 as I say that, but that's what I was channeling with the movie. But like I said, y'all really need to watch it in detail to get where I'm coming from, because then this tarot, these two, part one and part two, will make actually a lot more sense to what I'm giving, like I said, because it's gonna take a lot for me to describe the whole entire movie for you to get where I'm coming from. But like I said, just watch the movie and then come back to the tarot, or watch the tarot 949 and then watch the movie, and then you will understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this, because I feel like y'all not gonna understand where I'm coming from unless you watch the movie. Or if you get what I'm saying, nine for nine, then you get what I'm saying, you know?